Hello, Tampa community. It's Mayor Jane here. Great opportunity to be able to bring you guys up to speed and just to reiterate some steps to take to avoid contracting or giving COVID-19 to anyone else. First and foremost, I know you're tired of hearing it, but it certainly begs repeating. You got to follow those simple steps. Washing your hands constantly. I haven't washed my hands this much in my entire 60 years on earth. Make sure you're disinfecting those surfaces frequently, taking all of those steps that you can to disinfect. Next, social distancing. As you've heard, please, 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 6 foot apart at all times. Whatever steps you have to take to do that, please do that, because that really reduces the ability for this virus to be transmitted to somebody else. And then next, we are looking at the testing and treatment. You know, we want individuals to be tested and then to be quarantined. The issue is we don't have the supplies that are necessary. Trust me, I'm on the phone every single day with the state emergency manager, talking to individuals on the federal level, talking to political leaders, talking to anybody and everybody that I can to try to get the supplies here so that we're able to test our community. We really have no idea how many people out in the community are walking around right now with coronavirus because we have such a limited ability to test those. Back to the reasons that you have to take all those steps to avoid contracting COVID-19 or passing it on to someone else. And then lastly, we're asking everyone to please, please stay safe, stay connected, stay calm, most of all, stay kind. As I've said, the issue with the coronavirus isn't necessarily the severity of the virus itself. It certainly is for individuals that are in those high-risk categories. The severity of it is in the ease with which it is transmitted. It's the contagiousness of it. So what are we going to do? We're going to fight that with contagious kindness. We need to be kind to each other out there in the community. Help out your neighbors. If they need something, pick it up for them. Make sure you're patronizing our local restaurants, helping out those individuals that are out of a job because they worked in the hospitality arena or they had a job that was associated with a lot of our conferences and conventions that were canceled. I know it's very frustrating for everyone. I know, you're probably tired of being in the house, but listen, think about, weigh that frustration against someone's life. If we all take these simple steps, if we all stay at home and flatten that curve, that means that we're saving lives in our community. And think about it. If you're young, you say, hey, I'm healthy, it's no big deal. It may not be a big deal for you, but you take it home, you could kill someone in your family. So this is critically, critically important. We've seen it coming. Look what happened in the other countries. We're America. We're the greatest country in the nation, and we can beat this, but we all have to take personal responsibility, and we have to do our part. All right, now I'm going to open it up for questions, so don't make them too hard.
Mayor Castor, are you frustrated with the fact that no decision was taken today during the emergency policy group?
So for those of you who don't know, we have an emergency policy group here in Hillsborough County, and it consists of the county administrator, and then it consists of political leaders, 3 county commissioners, the mayor of Plant City, the mayor of Temple Terrace, and a school board member, and the sheriff of Hillsborough County. So today we talked about a stay-at-home order, and we've worked on that. We've looked at other states and cities that have passed those, and it was my hope that as a group today that we would pass that stay-at-home. Now that stay-at-home is actually less onerous than a curfew, because you can still go outside. You can go outside to exercise. You can go to the grocery store, the pharmacy, the gas stations, where you need to go. And then there are 16 different areas that are deemed essential employment. And so it really is something that is just keeping people in their homes. If they don't fit into those essential categories, again, there's 16 of those categories. So there are a lot of professions. You need a plumber, you need an electrician, manufacturing, healthcare. All of those professions are within those guidelines of individuals that can go out to their jobs every single day. We're just saying, when you're not at your job, please be at home and stay 6 feet away from others if you go outside. If you go out for a bike ride, if you go out for a walk, stay 6 feet away from people, and back to practicing those good hygiene tips. So I even forgot to answer the question. Yes, I was very frustrated and very disappointed that we, as the emergency policy group, did not decide to put a stay in place, stay at home order through, or at least set a date to discuss that. Because the fact is, the science says, and history has shown us with this virus, the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take to recover from it, and the more lives that are going to be lost. So we need to act quickly.
Mayor Castor, should such an order come from the county or the governor?
Well, it can come from the governor, but from all of the press conferences that I've watched, the governor doesn't have an intention of doing this. And so I believe the county should act, especially those more urban counties where you have large populations. We have 1.4 million people in Hillsborough County, over 400,000 in the city of Tampa. Our county is bigger than some states. So we need to take action, and we need to take it very, very quickly. But the decision is made by the emergency policy group and put into effect by the county administrator. But if they don't act, then as the mayor of the city of Tampa, I can take steps to protect my community and my citizens.
Do you think the city of Tampa should consider some type of stay-at-home order on or before the EPG reconvenes on Thursday?
We're discussing that, and we're in talks with that, especially since the EPG decided not to even discuss the stay-at-home order on Thursday. They've pushed that down the road.
And Mayor Castor, if we don't take action now, how will that decision impact the community in the long run?
Again, people are going to die. We've seen that in every other country. It's all about flattening that curve, taking action, taking it quickly, one, so we can get out from under it quicker. The longer you wait, the longer it's going to take to recover. But more importantly, the longer you wait, the more lives that are going to be lost in our community. Those are our friends and families that are going to die from this COVID virus.
And then one last question. Can you explain why a curfew is more ominous than a shelter in place, in your opinion?
Yes. Well, the curfew, and that's something that's going to be discussed on Thursday by the EPG. The curfew really is more oppressive. It is oppressive as opposed to the stay-at-home order, because the curfew doesn't allow you to leave your home between those particular hours that it's in effect. If you're at the stay-at-home and you are working as an essential employee in some position and you're on your way home at midnight, you want to get something to eat, you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to go out during the night to the pharmacist or someplace else, you can do that. You're not going to be stopped by law enforcement in those cases. So really the curfew is much more restrictive than a stay-at-home order.
All right, I think we're done.
All right, thank you all very, very much for watching, and thank you for taking the simple steps to avoid contracting or transmitting COVID-19. We will get through this together. Thank you and God bless.